Very good morning and welcome to this edition of YES101 Special Radio. For the news first team, I'm Chalani Ratnavira. We start off with a look at your headlines.
News First headline.
28,000 plus dengue cases spark mosquito control drive across 16 districts. National Police Commission approves major officer transfers. In international news, US must rule out more strikes before new talks, says Iranian minister. And in sports, 138th Wimbledon Tennis Championships begin today. Onto your news in detail. The National Mosquito Eradication Week officially begins today and will continue until the 5th of July as Sri Lanka intensifies efforts to combat the alarming rise in mosquito-borne diseases such as dengue and chikungunya. Triggered by recent heavy rainfall and a surge in the reported cases over the past few months, the campaign aims to reduce mosquito breeding grounds and raise public awareness. According to the National Dengue Control Unit, a total of 28,752 dengue cases have been reported across the island so far this year, with the Western Province recording the highest number. Tragically, 16 dengue-related deaths have also been confirmed during this period. The week-long initiative will cover 16 districts with 1,100 teams deployed to conduct targeted mosquito control operations. In more local news, Sri Lanka Police Headquarters has announced a series of strategic officer transfers approved by the National Police Commission. Senior Superintendent of Police HWIS Muthumala, formerly Director of the Criminal Investigation Department, has been appointed as the Director of the Bureau for the Investigation of Abuse of Children and Women. SSP KC Aryavansa, previously stationed in the Gampola Division, will now serve as Director of the Central Crime Investigation Bureau. SSP C. Gunaratna, who served as Director of the Police Cadet Division, has been appointed Director of the Sri Lanka Police Academy, and he will also oversee responsibilities at the Police Cadet Division. SSP BAE Prasanna has been transferred from the position of Officer in Charge of the Mount Lavinia Division to the Kabitigolava Division. SSP AJ Gunasekara, formerly Director of the Bureau for the Investigation of Abuse of Children and Women, will now serve as the OIC of the Mount Lavinia Division. SSP BD Gunasekara has been moved from the Badula Division to the Colombo Central Division. SSP YB Krishantha has been transferred from the Kabitigolava Division to the Field Force Headquarters.
International news.
In international news, Tehran's deputy foreign minister has said that the US must rule out any further strikes on Iran if it wants to resume diplomatic talks. Majid Takhtravanchi says the Trump administration has told Iran through mediators that it wants to return to negotiations but had not made their position clear on the very important question of further attacks while talks are taking place. Israel's military operation, which began in the early hours of 13th of June, scuppered a sixth round of mainly indirect talks set to take place in Muscat 2 days later.
Sports news.
Wimbledon, one of the 4 prestigious Grand Slam tournaments in the world, begins today in London, England. This marks the 138th edition of the tournament. Wimbledon attracts many of the world's top tennis players and is the 3rd Grand Slam event on the tennis calendar this year. The tournament will run from the 30th of June to 13th of July, with matches taking place on the iconic grass courts of the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. That's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.